Today's horoscope and tarot reading from Astrocademy, Virgo March 3, 2022. With the moon's north node in your sign until mid-2023, you're encouraged to explore and develop your independence. The coming 18 months is a period of confidence building and expressing yourself in new, exciting, and positive ways. Some of the greatest joys and challenges come from discovering your personal courage. You are learning to overcome any existing fears of trusting your instincts or going it alone, and it's a wonderfully empowering process. Today is strong for communicating in warm, positive ways. You'll get the chance to show others, and yourself, that you can take charge and handle things maturely. Friendly, positive communications are pleasing but can also come in handy. There can be information about courses and opportunities of benefit to you. Luna continues to wander through transformative Scorpio and your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, bringing focus to your one-on-one connections as well as you and your lover's ability to compromise. Have you been secretly obsessing over someone? Perhaps it's a love interest you prefer to keep to yourself. Whatever the case may be, Luna's trine to lucky Jupiter via your 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world encourages you to step outside of your comfort zone and perhaps explore the options that are being presented to you. Be open to professional redirection. When Mercury retrograde in Capricorn trines the North Node in Taurus, there could be a fated happenstance that changes your professional drive. Maybe something comes up in conversation with a colleague that takes you by surprise in a classically Mercury retrograde manner. But the more you sit on it, the more it begins to shape your perception of what you could do in your career. The trine could lead you to value a new path or educational course, which may be different from what you are used to. Just 2 days after Mars not only left your financial sector but ended all planetary activity on the financial front, the moon returns with a chance to check in. The moon began the year here and comes full circle in time to capture some of Mars' financial passions and fighting spirit. Over the next few days, the moon will fuel your financial instincts and imagination just as you are tying up the loose ends of your financial resolutions for the coming year. To put it mildly, you are somewhat overwhelmed with what is expected of you. There are frequent misunderstandings, especially with relatives and friends. To avoid making the tense situation worse, refrain from acting in the heat of the moment. You need a great deal of time and patience for talking things over to clear matters up. Half of you wants to beat the crowds and get out of the house right now. The other half of you wants to crawl back into bed. What are you going to do? Split yourself down the middle? That's impossible. You come under intense scrutiny and react badly to criticism you might receive from people you care about most. Emotional outbursts lead you to say things you later regret. It is probably best if you try and remove yourself from any tense situation to a quiet place where you're able to reflect on how you feel. Walking can be a great exercise for you now because it gives you time to slow down and concentrate on yourself. You may need to think certain issues over and clear up excess mental clutter, not to mention free-floating anxieties. Walking, or long runs if you are an accomplished runner already, is a spiritual as well as a physical exercise and is highly recommended right now. If you are involved in a partnership in your career, take some time to go over the books on this day. Staying connected with the ins and outs of the financial affairs is very important to any business. This is a great day to look for ways to improve budgeting and spending. Further, you may be able to recognize areas where more money could be made and brought into the business. Be sure to discuss any creative ideas you have with your partner. Your tarot reading for today. The Hanged Man, Justice and Strength. One of your exes is still thinking about you. He doesn't dare come back to you because he wants to avoid putting you in a complicated situation. He regrets his past mistakes and thinks he has acquired some distance on the situation. He is full of good resolutions and new desire for you. The character of the second card shows that this ex is now looking to the future. What should you do? There's not only one answer. We often only keep the good memories, the bad ones fade faster, and sometimes we prefer to forget them. When someone from our past comes back into our lives, we must be wary of the effect that makes us forget the bad times we spent with him, and remember only the good. So that we quickly want to recommit to someone from whom we separated, because we forget about the reasons for the separation, which are often likely to recur if the relationship is restored. Do you see what I mean? The cards here show that someone from your past is thinking about you, but they are also there to warn you of danger. Do not listen to your immediate emotional response, and remember to weigh the pros and cons of possibly getting back together with this person. Clearly, this return is not without its dangers for you. Think back to the reasons for your separation, the things he may have said then, and think about what you want for your future. Our eyes in the sky. Although it's hard for us to do sometimes, we have to start looking at the bigger scope of matters. Don't get too caught up in the minutiae of things and relationships. Keep an open mind to gain a broader perspective. This will help you avoid making snap judgments. Your intuition can help you find and uncover truths that have been hidden for some time. By doing this, you can gain a deeper and better understanding of matters, including relationships. Another side to this transit is sociable banter. A friendly debate within your social circle could leave you eager for more, but before you go full throttle into causing more drama just for fun, think about what you're trying to prove. Listen to what others are saying before reacting. This influence has the effect of confusing our feelings and our rational thought processes. Intuitive messages seem definitive in our minds but come out garbled and we try to verbalize them. Objective thoughts are intruded upon by emotional urges. Irrationality leaves us exposed to errors in judgment. We should take extra care when explaining ourselves or entering into contractual agreements, as misunderstandings are likely. From where are you sourcing your confidence and self-esteem? Are you making a daily practice of finding joy? Over the next 2 days, we are more concerned with harmony, fairness, and justice in our interactions with others, and as the moon makes its ingress, while many of us will still be asleep, we may have dreams where we are called upon to make a difficult decision. Much as we might love for matters to be black or white, easily categorized into differentiating distinctions. Under the Libra moon, we are acutely aware that existence is full gray areas and nuance, and that this is in fact what makes life so beautiful. Making discerning choices will not shut doors or deny us opportunities, but rather will align us with our correct path. At this time, we gain charm, charisma, and courage, perfect for seizing the day. Physical affection is an attribute of this transit, but intimate connections may not form without mental stimulation in the form of witty repartee, polite banter, or playful compliments. This is an ideal influence for entertaining or rallying others around an important cause or social justice movement. Passions are high, and we might be moved to fight for others' rights, knowing that is the just thing to campaign for all to be able to exercise their freedom of expression.